Welcome to Family Confessions, where we uncover the untold stories of family life. Imagine this: you're visiting your dad after months apart. He looks at you and says something about your body that he should never say. Something so personal, so wrong, that it makes your stomach drop. That's exactly what happened to one young woman, and her confession sparked a firestorm of reactions. Was her dad out of line? Or was she overreacting? Let's dive into this story and hear what the community had to say. I found this confession on Quora, and it stopped me in my tracks. A young woman shared her story with a mix of confusion and pain. She wrote, "Is it okay for my dad to say my breasts look good? I feel uncomfortable, and I feel my mom should know, but I'm scared to tell her." Let's break this down. She doesn't see her dad often, her parents are divorced, and visits with him are rare. But during one of these visits, he made this comment, and it hit her like a ton of bricks. She described the moment vividly. They were sitting in his living room, catching up after months apart. He looked at her, smiled, and said, "Your breasts look good." She froze. Her stomach dropped. She felt exposed, violated, like her privacy had been invaded in the worst way. She wrote, "I feel so uncomfortable, like I can't even look at him the same way anymore." Can you imagine that moment? Standing there, hearing those words from your own father, someone who's supposed to make you feel safe? What made it even harder? She felt torn. She explained, "I feel bad for him, which is why I haven't said anything." Her dad has been struggling since the divorce, emotionally, financially, maybe even mentally. She didn't want to add to his pain, but at the same time, she couldn't shake the feeling of betrayal. Those words kept echoing in her mind, making her question everything. She wrote about how this moment changed her entire view of her dad. Growing up, she always saw him as a protector, someone who was there for her, even if only occasionally after the divorce. But now, that image was shattered. She started questioning, was this a one-time thing? Or had he always seen her this way? She even wondered if she was overreacting. Maybe he didn't mean it that way. Maybe he thought it was just a compliment. But deep down, she knew it wasn't right. Her body, her privacy, it felt invaded. And the worst part? She felt guilty for feeling this way. She wrote, "I don't want to hurt him, but I can't pretend this didn't happen." This inner conflict is so real and so painful. It's the kind of struggle that can keep you up at night, replaying the moment over and over. Have you ever felt that kind of guilt, where you know something's wrong, but you're scared to speak up? As she dug deeper into her feelings, she revealed something even more heartbreaking. She wrote, "This isn't the first time he's said something like this, but I always brushed it off." She remembered other moments, small comments about her appearance, her clothes, her body, comments that made her uneasy, but she told herself it was nothing. She didn't want to believe her dad could make her feel this way. But this time, it was too much. She couldn't ignore it anymore. She wrote, "I feel like I've been lying to myself, pretending everything's okay when it's not." That realization hit her hard. It wasn't just one comment, it was a pattern. And now, she had to face the truth. Her dad had crossed a line, and it might not be the last time. What would you do in her shoes? This confession sparked a wave of responses on Quora. People from all over shared their thoughts, their own stories, and their advice. Let's hear what they had to say. First, an anonymous user wrote, "No, it's not okay. Your dad's comment is inappropriate and crosses a boundary. You have every right to feel uncomfortable, and you should tell your mom or another trusted adult. It doesn't matter if he meant it as a compliment. It's not his place to comment on your body like that. I know it's hard, but your safety and comfort come first. Don't let guilt stop you from protecting yourself." Another person, Sarah, shared her own experience. "I'm so sorry you're going through this. I had a similar experience with a family member, and it made me feel so violated. I remember feeling the same way, torn between guilt and discomfort. Telling my mom was hard. I was scared she wouldn't believe me or that it would cause drama. But in the end, it helped me set boundaries. It wasn't easy, but it was worth it. You're not alone. And you don't have to feel bad for your dad. Your feelings matter more. John, another commenter, offered a different perspective. Your dad might not have meant to make you uncomfortable. Some parents don't realize how their words can come across, especially after a divorce when they're trying to reconnect. He might have thought he was being supportive or complimentary, but that doesn't make it okay. It's still a boundary violation, and you need to address it. If you feel safe, you could talk to him directly, but if not, get your mom's support to handle this. And finally, Emily had this advice: you need to tell your mom. I know it's scary, but keeping this to yourself will only make you feel worse. Your mom can help you navigate this, and you deserve to feel safe around your dad. If he's struggling, that's his responsibility, not yours. Don't let his issues stop you from protecting yourself. You're not overreacting. Your feelings are valid, and you deserve to be heard. At Family Confessions, we believe every story deserves to be heard, and this one really hits hard. What stands out to me is how universal the struggle is. So many people, like Sarah, have faced similar moments, feeling violated, but also torn by guilt. That revelation, that this wasn't the first time her dad made her uncomfortable, shows how easy it is to ignore red flags when it's someone we love. But it also shows how important it is to listen to your feelings. If I were in her shoes, I'd take Emily's advice. Tell someone you trust, like her mom. It's scary. Yes, but keeping this inside will only make the pain grow. Speaking up isn't about causing drama. It's about protecting yourself and setting boundaries. And to anyone watching who's been through something like this, I hope this story reminds you that you deserve to feel safe, and there's a community here ready to support you. That's our first family confession story. Now it's your turn. Have you ever had a moment when a family member crossed a line? How did you handle it? Share your story in the comments. We'll feature the best one in our next video. If this confession resonated with you, give it a like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next story. Next time, we'll explore a confession about a mother's secret that changed everything. Let's build a community where we can share, support, and heal together. See you in the next confession.